Hello, the game has started and it's my opponent to go first. I have a pretty balanced rack. I have impaled on the rack. Hopefully that'll play after opponent's made his move. And believe it or not, it doesn't. That's a real shame. Implead, I think, might be good as well. That's such a shame. Anyway, just looking at this E to see so if I had a word beginning with an A, it would definitely play. Implied. Or even a DE play. That's a shame. Okay. I suppose I have to do something, so what about mead? 26. Okay, I've drifted a bit further away from bingo territory. Hope I didn't miss an 8 there through one of the floaters. I've got some clunky consonants, the K, the P. Paik is good. P-A-I-K. Doesn't play there. What about... Well, I've got nothing that plays there. Germ does take a Y. So, Pilkey is no good, I don't think. Alky is good, but that keeps 2 I's. Limpy. No, that's not good. Actually, Kimp. Limpy. No, Limpy's no good. Limply is, but not Limpy. So I think I'll go with Alky. Terrible rack leave, but luckily I didn't draw a third I. Pagurid, if one of the I's was an A. Upgird, is that a thing? I have no vowel for going to the left of the X, which is a shame. Gorp is good. PU for 21. Yeah, I'll go with this. Okay, heading a little closer to bingo territory again here. Not seeing a 7. I have the dis prefix. Disagree, no. Opponent's played there. Now, takes a D. That's of no use. What about my G plays here? I think Gade looks okay for 24. Okay, that's close to a bingo, if there isn't one. I have the IOUS ending. Sauroid is good. I don't know if that plays. Well, Gade, Sauroids and Gades. What does Friss take? K, S, T, I think. Okay, opponent bingos. Let's see, Sauroid. Yeah, that's fine. QI. Unfortunately, I don't have an N or an A for chin or cat. That would have been nice. Opponent likely to play through the R. Obeat is good. But where does that play? Oh, it plays here, so I'll hang on to the Q. That's a 33-point play, leaving QI. Not a bad position to be in when you look at the starting point of the rack. I have qubit through a U. No U's available. Looking at plays which get rid of 2 I's through the R. Tori. $18, but Obeat definitely a better score. I'll go with Obeat. Not great. I'm swamped in vowels. I do now have Caddy and Cade on the rack. Caddy plays to the left of install. Creates a Z hotspot. I'm not crazy about that idea. Chin is also an option. And Cade here, 32. 32 is a decent score. I might go with this one, unless that's 42. Yeah, that's going to be a better score. I'm going with this. But do I play caddy or cade? Yeah, much of a muchness. Aeolian, if I had an I to play through. Oh, I do. Aeolian. Wow, I wonder if that will remain available. I think that's how you spell it. Helps to study your 5 vowel 8s. Wow, opponent bingos. Aeolian comes down, and I'm rewarded with a powerhouse rack. So I've got the J and the Y, and the blank, and the Y. But do I have a bingo? So I have jury on the rack as a 4. Just looking at J hotspots around the board. I've got the N to play through. Opponent still just in front. He's got to go in hand. What about Jerry? Or even Jerry? Now, is there a 5-letter play onto the E that incorporates the J? Not that I can see. If I was to get rid of jury, then I think the rack would be pretty bingo-y. No J double E plays. Okay, plan has played font. Limiting what I can do with the E. I have jury here for 29. Not a bad rack leave. Combines fairly well with the N. Is this the play? Yeah, I think unless there's a Y hotspot I haven't identified. Fonty is no good. I think I will go with jure. Okay. What do I have here? It's a little bit clunky with the V and the Y. Overnay. No. Opponents played off a B. Bravery, not quite. That extra N. Vannery, no. The N. Does the N help? I've got nothing to play under the AD unless I use the blank. Fonty, no good. Now what about the R? A very important stage of the game, this, so no point in rushing it. I don't think Raveny is good, but Revelry, I feel like I'm missing a bingo. Okay, I've given up, so in trying to find a bingo, what about how many vowels? 3 vowels, 8 consonants. So I'm going to want to hang on to the consonants. And how best to do that? Four tiles in the bag. Opponent has a slight lead. I don't need to bingo, but it would be good. Opponent's got the Z most likely. I don't want to give opponent an easy scoring spot. That would cost me the game. What to do? Got to do something. I'm running out of time. I just haven't identified a play that really makes sense. Opponent's got Zoot possibly onto the T. So do I take that out? Or he's got like chat or something, so maybe I do play Vant. 21. Wow, I draw the Z. Didn't think that would happen. Kalki and Zoic. Not Zaire. Notchy is good. So he's going to go out. I have to score well. Well, I think he's won it because he's got a 49-point lead. Cozenry. Notchy and Cozies. Yep, that'll do it. 101 points. That got me out of a sticky spot. And opponent will go out with Hag, or probably up here, Hun and Hag. Unless there's a better spot for him. Yeah, he goes out. So, final score 461 to me, 437 to opponent. Thank him for the game. Let's see what we missed. Wow, what an exciting finish. When I saw Notch come down, I thought I was finished there. Now, Wyver was best for opponent here. He went with View. No Bingo, playable, but Maylid for 28 or Mead for 26. Similar equities. So happy with my play. Grex for 29. Opponent's gone with Germ. And now Kip for 31. Gork and Kip. Yeah, that actually does look a bit better than Alki. Although Alki scored more, but not as good a rack leave. Vox for 29 comes down. And then Pew for 21 seems best from this rack. Opponent a little bit Val light. He goes with Frisk, good score. Bingo missed. Giardias. I think that might be a Spanish word. So that is a miss. Giardias. 63 points. Where was that? 3G. Through the A. Giardias. A little bit tricky to spot. Opponent I went with Gade, and then opponent goes with Install. He's got Slanty, and installs through the S as well. So he goes with it at D5. Install. But where was the other spot? 2I. Install. 2I. Install Lalki. No, I'm reading it wrong. 2I was Slanty. Talky. Okay. Talkiest. So Slanty, the highest score, getting the hook, but then, okay, install for 73. Now, Soroid was the only bingo, and luckily still playable after opponent's bingo. Then Ren comes down for 33, weak onto the K. Was it on? Yes, weak. That's quite nice, actually. Very strong rack leave and a 37-point play, not giving much back. But he scores well through the R. Now, Obeat was best for 33, balancing the 3 I's. And Eek for 22 was best. Caddy best for 42. Pettiest bingo comes down. And then my 5 Val 8, I was holding my breath, expecting that spot to be taken. And look at these tiles. You just say, short of bingoing, I'm probably going to be scoring about 12 points or something really pathetic. So I'm happy that was still available. Futra for 46. And opponent went with Font. Now Gorge for 57. Yes, there was a JE play at either H1 or A1 down. That's interesting because that puts me ahead just marginally by about 20 odd points. ORY still got some scoring potential. I wonder, is that very similar equities? Interesting to note, even though pretty much half the score, that's double the score, but the same equity. So I do like Jawa. Now, opponent's a little bit Val dry here. He has butt for 32 at 3F, BHUT not giving much back. In fact, taking out a bingo lane. But there was a blank to come. So he goes with brute. Now, there was a bingo from the N at 15H. Novenary. 92-point bingo. That would have sealed the game, I think. It would have given back probably a 40-point play to opponent with the Z. But yeah, when you get 92, it's 430. And opponent gets, still would have been able to outrun him, I think, even after he played a big Z spot. But never seen the word before, so I don't feel bad for having missed it. Novenary. And I went with Vant to balance the rack. Now, notch for 42 was opponent's undoing. Did he have another play which scored better or similar but didn't give back a 100-point play? Chog at 3F. That's quite nice. Doesn't give much back to me. 34 gives him a nice little lead, but then he's got HNT plus he's going to pick up one tile. And if it's a consonant, then he's not going to win because I'm likely to go out in 2 then. But that's interesting what happens if he plays Chog. I did have the Z at this stage, so I would have scored well with ads and a Z play. So I don't think. But Notch was a godsend for my rack. Cozy's then comes down for 101. And opponent goes out with Hags. So pretty good game. Novenary. I'll have to remember that one for future reference. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.